Good morning, my dear students. Now I am going to describe muscles of the hip and lower limb. Let us see what are the muscles in this lower limb. This is the anterior part. This is the posterior view. This is the anterior view and the posterior view. This is the iliacus muscle. This is the psoas muscle, sartorius muscle. This is the sartorius muscle. Adductors of the hip joint, rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medius. This muscle is very important in giving IM injection and patella region. This is the patella region. Patella is here. Patella ligament. This is the patella ligament. Quadriceps tendon. Then gastrocnemius muscle, soleus muscle, anterior tibialis muscle. This is the anterior tibialis muscle. Gluteal muscle. This is the gluteal muscle. Hamstring muscle. Then gluteal muscle has three parts: maximus, gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus. Gastrocnemius muscle. These are gastrocnemius muscle. මස් ගොබ කියලා අපි කියනවා මෙන්න මේ පාදයේ පහළ කොටසේ. Calcaneus tendon. This is the calcaneus tendon. Soleus muscle. Likewise, there are muscles. First of all, these muscles shown in this figure, the biggest muscle of the body are found in the lower limb, and since their function is largely in weight bearing, what is the function? Its most important function is weight bearing. The lower parts of the body are designed to transmit the force of the body weight when walking, running, etc., evenly throughout weight-bearing structures and to act as shock absorbers. Weight-bearing and shock absorbers. What are the functions? Weight-bearing and shock absorbers. And these muscles are very important when walking, running, etc. Okay. Let us see the description of these muscles. Psoas muscle. Earlier I have shown you what is the psoas muscle. Where the psoas muscle? Again I will show you. This is the psoas muscle. This arises from the transversus process and bodies of the lumbar vertebra. It passes across the flat part of the ilium and behind the inguinal ligament to be inserted into the femur. Where it originates? Transverse process of the bodies of the lumbar vertebra. Where it inserted into the femur. Together with the iliacus, it flexes the hip joint. With the support with the iliacus, it is important in flexes the hip joint. Iliacus muscle. This lies in the iliac fossa of the innominate bone. Do you remember where the innominate bone is? It originates from the iliac crest, passes over the iliac fossa, and joins the tendon of the psoas muscle to be inserted into the lesser trochanter of the femur. Can you remember where the lesser trochanter of the femur? Already we have discussed all these things. Lesser trochanter of the femur. Where it originates from the iliac crest and inserted into the lesser trochanter of the femur. The combined action of iliacus and psoas flexes the hip joint. It is very important in flexing the hip joint. Quadriceps femoris. This is a group of 4 muscles lying on the front and sides of the thigh. Quadriceps femoris muscle. They are the rectus femoris and 3 vastus lateralis. vasti. The rectus femoris originate from the ilium and the three vasti from the upper end of the femur. Upper end of the femur. Where it originate? It originate from the ilium. Rectus femoris originate from the ilium and the three vasti from the upper end of the femur. Together they pass over the front of the knee joint to be inserted in the tibia by the patella tendon. Only the rectus femoris flexes the hip joint. Together the group acts as a very strong extensor of the knee joint. Strong extensor of the knee joint. Obturators. The obturators, deep muscles of the buttock. What deep muscles of the buttock have their origins in the rim of the obturator foramen of the pelvis. Can you remember what is the where the obturator foramen of the pelvis? And it rests into the proximal femur. Their main function lies in lateral rotation at the hip joint. What is the main function? Lateral rotation at the hip joint. Gluteal muscle. This is very important in giving IM injection, intramuscular injection. You have to identify where this gluteal muscle. These consist of glutens maximus, medius and minimus. It has three parts. Gluteal muscle has three parts. What are the three parts? Maximus, medius and minimus, which together form the fleshy part of the buttock. But in the buttocks, fleshy part is formed by this gluteal muscle. They originate from the ilium and sacrum and are inserted in the femur. They cause extension, abduction and medial rotation at the hip joint. Okay. Sartorius. This is the longest muscle in the body. Longest muscle. What is the longest muscle? Sartorius. It can be in MCQs. What is the longest muscle in the body? You have to answer sartorius. This is the longest muscle in the body and cross both the hip and knee joints. It originates from the anterior or superior iliac spine and passes obliquely across the hip joint, thigh and knee joint to be inserted into the medial surface of the upper part of the tibia. It is associated with flexion and abduction at the hip joint and flex hip joint. Adductor group. This lies on the medial aspect of the thigh. They originate from the pubic bone and are inserted into the linea aspera of the femur. You have to identify where the linea aspera of the femur. They adduct and medially rotate the thigh. Adductor group. Hamstring muscle. These lie on the posterior aspect of the thigh. Posterior aspect. They originate from the ischium and are inserted into the upper end of the tibia. They are the biceps femoris, semimembranosus and semitendinosus muscles. They flex the knee joint. Gastrocnemius. This forms the bulk of the calf of the leg. ගොබය හදන්නේ මෙන්න මේ muscle එකෙන්. It arises by two heads, one from each condyle of the femur and passes down behind the tibia to be inserted in the calcaneus by the calcanean tendon, Achilles tendon. We call it as Achilles tendon. It crosses both knee and ankle joints. It crosses both knee and ankle joints, causing flexion at the knee and plantar flexion at the ankle. What is the function of that gastrocnemius muscle? Causing flexion at the knee. It helps to flex the knee. Anterior tibialis muscle. This originates from the upper end of the tibia, lies on the anterior surface of the leg and is inserted in the middle cuneiform bone by a long tendon. It is associated with dorsiflexion of the foot. Soleus muscle. This is one of the main muscles of the calf of the leg, lying immediately deep to the gastrocnemius. It originates from the heads and upper part of the fibula and the tibia. Its tendon joins that of the gastrocnemius so that they have a common insertion into the calcaneus by the calcanean Achilles tendon. It causes plantar flexion at the ankle and helps to stabilize the joint when standing. When standing to stabilize the joint, this muscle is very important. Achilles tendon and plantar flexion, Achilles tendon and soleus muscle, calcaneus and soleus muscle. Those are very important in standing. Okay, thank you very much for listening.